In the previous verses, Krishna, the master, prepared the ground. He addressed fear, confusion, and attachment to outcomes. In today's verses 47 and 48, he now gives one of the most precise instructions in the Gita. It is brief and uncompromising, and it completely reframes how an action is to be approached. Krishna does not ask Arjuna to stop acting. He asks him to act without ownership. So let us look at these verses carefully. Before we proceed, let us start with an invocation prayer. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Vasudeva Sutam Devam, Kamsa Chanuramardanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahaihi, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahaihi. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगा धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समादावचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि अर्जुन उवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशव स्थितदिः किं प्रभाषेत किमासीतव्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. So Krishna, the master, draws a clear boundary here. You have authority over action. You don't have ownership over the results. In the 47, karmani eva adhikaraha. So bondage begins when these two are confused. When you confuse with authority over action versus ownership over results. So when you confuse, the bondage begins when these two are confused. When action is performed with the inner demand that it must produce a particular outcome, tension enters. Krishna calls this as attachment. Yoga, as defined here, is not withdrawal from action, it is steadiness while acting. Acting fully without being shaken by success and failure. It says in 48, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Acting fully without being shaken by success and failure. Freedom does not come from avoiding work. It comes from removing clinging from work. So this is what makes an action clean. Let's take an example. Consider a familiar situation. You do your work sincerely, but inside there is a demand. Oh, this must turn out well for me to feel okay. If the result is favorable, pride arises. If it is not, disappointment arises. So Krishna points out both reactions don't come from the action itself, but from the ownership of the result. Therefore, he advises remove that ownership, and the same action becomes lighter and steadier. Practical application. Perform a clean action with a steady mind. Krishna's instruction is immediately practical. Do what is required of you fully and carefully. While acting, notice any inner claim that a particular result is needed for your well-being. See clearly that pride and pain are reactions to outcomes, not measures of actions. Begin to evaluate action differently, not by external success, but by inner steadiness during the process. This steadiness, Krishna, the Master, says is yoga. So, as we close in these verses, Krishna does not reduce action, he purifies it. Act fully, release ownership. When action is clean, the mind remains steady, whatever the outcome it brings. We'll continue with the next verses in the following session. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om svādhyāya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Om Tat Sat.